In many ways, 2011 has been an important year for the Indian Army. Test beds for its transformation process have been put in motion, and two major exercises along the Western Front have actually tested those concepts. Similarly, India's defenses against China have been beefed up and have been put on fast track. In other ways, there have been problems, like the procurement procedure for artillery, for other issues and other platforms that the Indian Army needs have been painfully slow. And to top it all, the Indian Army chief seems to be in a perpetual battle with the Ministry of Defense over his age issue, especially in the run-up to the Army Day, which falls on January 15th. How does the Indian Army cope with these challenges, which are both on the technology front, on the transformation process, as well as a personal issue of the chief with the Defense Ministry? To answer all those questions, we have with us the Chief of Army Staff, General VK Singh. General Singh, thank you for your time and deciding to answer all the questions that we have. And I'm sorry to say that I have to start with the raging controversy which is there about your age and the Defense Ministry's stand that they will not accept what you've been asking for, the correct date to be accepted. What is your stand?
I think the issue is being played around too much. There is no controversy between the Ministry of Defense and me. There is no fight between the Ministry of Defense and me. There are perceptual differences, and it's totally a personal issue, and it is only something which is concerning me and not rest of the army. So I would like to assure you that as far as I'm concerned, it is not transcending in any way into the army. We are as prepared, as good as we were yesterday, or as well prepared as will be tomorrow.
That's right, sir. But in the public perception, as you have seen, the battle is seemed to be joined by both sides. I mean, you and the Defense Ministry. How do you dispel this perception? Because there is this fact that the papers have been given out in RTR reply. They are saying that your date of birth is what they are maintaining, and your date of birth, you have said, said that this is 10th May 1951. So why don't you just clarify a little bit? What is the problem there?
See, a lot of papers are being bandied about, a lot of people are trying to prove their point. That is not the issue at all. It is not something for personal gains, so far as I am concerned. It was an issue concerning my integrity, and that is where I have put it and pegged it. And that is where, so far as I am concerned, the matter ends.
So if your integrity and your honor is protected and given to you the due that you are asking for, your integrity and your honor, would you accept the decision of the government?
Well, I've already said that so far as I'm concerned, there is a totally a personal issue. It is an issue which is to be decided by whosoever wants to decide, and me personally, it doesn't concern anything else.
And you are saying that it will not transcend any other decision making?
It is not in any way affecting either my decisions or that of people under my command.
And what about the ministry's decisions vis-a-vis the army?
I don't think there is, I don't find any effect out there, and I'm quite sure we have a team there as well as the minister who goes beyond all this.
Right. So let me just move away from this and come back to the professional matters in the military, or maybe we'll talk about it a little later. You had sort of initiated the process of transformation in the Indian Army. You had done that study yourself under your leadership, and now you are trying to implement it. How far have you come in that process?
See, our aim was to make the army more agile, more lethal, more responsive, networked, and an army that is able to meet with the future threats. To that extent, certain things were laid down. One of the things that we looked at was restructuring of some of our organizations into groupings that will take place in battle.
Right.
So we have validated these. Certain changes have come about because of our validation and test bedding. These are being put into effect.
Okay.
We also looked at theaterization of our combat and combat support, as well as logistic support elements. The test bedding is taking place and it will come into effect.
Right.
Certain things out of this, because it concerns legacy organizations which have been carrying on for years, will take a little time,
Right.
till mentally people get prepared to handle those. We also had an issue of ensuring that our headquarters become more responsive, because over a period of time in old headquarters we kept adding people. It added onto the chains of decision making.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.